Welcome to Curious Truth. My name is Kim, your host. Today we are talking about the cement slab killer. Lori, 41 years old, and Michael, 36 years old, lived in Florida. They were married. Like all marriages, they had their good days and bad days. Michael worked at Disney World in Orlando. He was loved by his family and friends. He loved his job at Disney World. He was always on time and never missed a day of work. Michael worked midnight shift as a mechanic for one of the big rides. His work schedule was Tuesday night to Friday night. Early Saturday morning, he told his co-workers goodbye and he would see them Tuesday night. On Tuesday night in 2015, Michael didn't show up for work. His co-workers thought it was a little odd, but chalked it up that maybe something came up, and that's why he wasn't at work. On Wednesday night, Michael didn't show up for work again. His boss called his phone, but didn't get an answer. Every day for a week, Michael didn't show up for work. His boss would call and wouldn't get an answer. Then finally, out of nowhere, the following week, Michael sent him a text message saying he was quitting and moving to leave him alone. His boss thought this was weird because Michael didn't come across to people like this, and Michael had left all his expensive tools at work. As well as not showing up for work, Michael's mother became ill and was hospitalized. Michael's brother tried to get a hold of him to let him know, but all messages were ignored. Michael's brother said this wasn't like him. Michael wasn't talking to anyone or seeing anyone, but on his Facebook page, he was leaving quotes about really negative things. Everyone said this wasn't like him. This continued on for years. After 3 years of not hearing from Michael or seeing him, finally in 2018, Michael's friend from childhood called the sheriff's office and reported that he hadn't seen or heard from him since 2015. Finally, in February 2018, deputies went out to Lori's house and asked her where Michael was. She said she hadn't seen him since 2015. She had allowed deputies to look through her home. She cooperated with the deputies until they wanted to go look outside in the backyard. Then she got upset and demanded that they have a search warrant. This raised a red flag. It was like she was hiding something. The search warrant was obtained and deputies went back out to the property. While out there searching, a cadaver canine dog alerted the deputy 2 times to an area. A deputy finally noticed a depression of 6 feet by 8 feet and 8 inches deep in the shape of a body. On March 9th, 2018, the partially clothed skeletal remains of Michael were found wrapped in a tarp under a cement slab under a fire pit. Detectives learned that Michael's pilot's certification, his driver's license, and passport had expired. They also learned that his vehicle was repossessed in 2016 and all his credit cards were unpaid. Detectives also learned that Lori had been posing as him on his Facebook page, making it look like Michael was still alive, but he just didn't want to talk with any of his family or friends. Lori also got rid of Michael's property a little at a time over the years, selling his tools and his gun collection. Autopsy revealed that Michael had been shot once in the back of the head with a .38 caliber handgun. It was undetermined exactly when Michael was killed, sometime between November 7th and 10th of 2015. The other biggest kicker in this case was that in December 2016, Lori got married to her second husband. She was married to her new husband in her backyard just inches away from where Michael's body was. Lori was arrested and charged with second-degree murder with a firearm. In court, her new husband testified and said that she had told him she was divorced. Her ex-husband didn't want anything to do with his family and that she had no idea where he was. He also testified that Lori and himself were the ones that poured the concrete slab, but they had no idea there was a body there. Lori testified in court and said Michael was a violent man and had beat her. She said that Michael had been arrested in 2014 for simple domestic battery, but detectives found out that the charges had been dropped because it was Lori who had hit Michael over the head with a gun. Lori cried a lot during trial, but I don't think it was because of her loss of her husband. I think it was because she got caught. She said that Michael had attacked her after he found out that she was pregnant. She said he showed up at the home angry and she shot him in self-defense. Then another twist to this case happened. Their daughter was 7 at the time of Michael's death, claims she shot him because he was attacking her mother. But you could tell when she was testifying that she had been coached by her mother. I didn't believe her testimony at all. Lori was found guilty of second-degree murder with a firearm. It didn't take long for the jury to return with their verdict. Here's what I think about this case. First, I do not believe their daughter, a 7-year-old, knew how to aim and pull the trigger on a gun. Wouldn't shooting a gun, a .38 caliber handgun, give some kind of kickback when it was fired? I don't know. If you do, please let me know. Second, why did it take so long for someone to report him missing? If all his family and friends knew him, like they said, why did it take so long? And lastly, Lori got remarried in 2016. Michael's body wasn't found till 2018, so there was no death certificate in 2016. Lori is a bigamist. She was still married to Michael when she married her new husband, so her new marriage is illegal. What do you think of all this? Was Lori a battered woman, or was she just a cold-blooded killer? Leave a comment below and let me know what you think. Thank you for watching Curious Truth, and I will see you on the next one. Oh, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. It's free.